So you may have heard recently about a bunch of lawsuits and everything regarding the National Association of Realtors, NAR, and representing buyers, etc. I personally have always had a buyer representation agreement with all of my clients, well before that was required. And now that is required for everyone going forward. And the reason for that is the same as if were selling a property and you would sign a listing agreement that we call them when you're trying to sell a property that outlines all of things and formalizes your relationship between the listing agent and the seller. We do the same thing on the buyer side. So we have this agreement that we're going to work together. I'm committing time and effort to help educate you, help go tour properties with you, help write offers for you. And in doing so, I, need to get compensated because this is how I make my money. This is my career. And I want to make sure that if I'm investing in much of time and effort in helping you through the process, that once we find a home for you, that I'm going to be able to get paid for my services. Unfortunately, in the past, I've heard stories of people who've worked with an agent who didn't sign a representation agreement. And then they've decided at the last minute, oh, I'm going to go buy with my aunt because my aunt said she can do it for free, or my sister or whatever. And, ultimately, at the end of the day, that leaves the agent to spend a bunch of time and effort not getting a paycheck that they need to pay for their car payment and their mortgage and all those different types of things. So, it sets mutual expectations in writing and documents your rights, all the things that I'm going to be doing for a client who's looking to purchase property, commits me to helping you find the perfect home, confirms exclusivity between the both of us. So that means that I'm going to be helping you and you're not going to use another realtor. Now, obviously, you're free to use whatever realtor you want. If you ever got into an agreement with a realtor and it didn't work out, maybe they weren't good at communicating, maybe they weren't meeting your needs, they weren't returning your phone calls, by all means, tell that realtor, be that me or whoever it is you decide to work with, hey, this isn't working out, and you can cancel that buyer representation agreement and sign a new one with someone else, but you can't sign two exclusive buyer representation agreements with the same person, with two different people. So that's just, any questions on any of that? And if you guys have any questions, please throw them in the chat or feel free to come off mute or raise your hand. I'm happy to answer questions as I fly through all this information.